Hello and welcome to another update video about Fantom. I had a few questions about Fantom, what I think about Fantom and where I think it's going to go. So first of all, I think it is an interesting project. I think it is a good project. However, it is a small team of people, as with a lot of blockchain projects, and it is obviously not a top 10 project, and I can't guarantee you if this project will still be here in 5 years' time. It is, however, a very volatile cryptocurrency. And therefore I personally like it for swing trading, and on this channel we've been quite successful with that. I remember that when I talked about this wave A here, this as a selling point, and then here dollar cost averaging in terms with buy orders, and finally the target area has also been reached that we have been talking about since January. So as you can see here, this is our target area, which is located between 40 cents and 88 or 87 cents. So this has finally been reached, which is great. And it took a lot of patience, but we are finally there. Yeah. So again, the elite waves have shown us where the price is going to go already months ago. This, of course, doesn't always work, but if you have caught the right wave, then the elite waves, as I always say, especially on the higher time frames, they can give you a really good indication of where the prices are going to head. Now, this elite wave count is obviously based on the assumption that after we reach this target area here, something needs to come. Yeah, that we really need to do a rocket start at some point in here, but that can wait in the worst case until we get down to 40 cents. So there is never certainty, there is never a guarantee, I have to say that. And as long as we are, and it's just purely based on, or purely basic rules of technical analysis, as long as you are still in a downtrend, you are in a downtrend, and the downtrend lasts as long as the downtrend lasts, and it will only be broken as soon as we make a higher high and ideally also a higher low. Yeah, higher high, higher low. That is what you want to see. The absolute minimum would be to make a higher swing high. If we zoom out, because we've dropped pretty much in a straight line here, that last bit of distance here, I think at least, ideally you want to get at least above that zone here between $1.13, that is the low of the wave A, to $1.22. So that's a key resistance zone that we need to get above to really get a first chance to break the downtrend. Really what we want to get to is to break above that major swing high here of $1.66. This happened on the 3rd of April. Yeah, that is a significant swing high. We want to get above that. Now that is of course nearly a 2x from here, or it is a 2x from here, even more than that. So it's quite a bit of a distance that the price needs to travel to get there. So therefore at the moment, as you can see, we are in a descending channel. And as long as that is the case, really we are sort of in this downtrend. Okay, so the first move would be to get out of this channel and then to break one of these swing highs, and then we can be more certain that the downtrend is over. For now, we've come into the target area, which is great. Personally, I think we are still going to see here the 54 cent level. That is the 88.7% Fibonacci level in this current wave count. We could even drop down to 40 cents and it wouldn't be a disaster. But that is sort of the last straw I would give Fantom. If we drop below 40 cents, it won't look good for Fantom. I just have to mention that level. I'm not telling you we will drop below 40 cents, but I want to mention that level to make you understand that, we still have quite a bit of a distance to go to get to the 40 cent level. But if that level doesn't hold, then it won't look good for Fantom. The reason for that is that in the worst case, I could still start the Fibonacci count or the Fibonacci levels here at 0. And then the 88.7% Fib level would be here in that 40 cent area. Cryptocurrencies, assets, whatever it is, that drop below the 88.7% Fibonacci level for a longer period of time, and I'm talking here about days, maybe a week or so, they statistically don't recover very well. And there is an increased risk that they don't recover at all. I just need to mention that, not to panic everybody, but if I wouldn't mention it, or if I didn't mention it, it wouldn't be very responsible. Okay, so this is just what it is, we need to be aware of that. But at the moment, it's all looking good. We have been waiting for these prices. And by the way, it's the same situation with XRP, IOTA, a lot of other cryptos, Gala. They are all fairly low in terms of, or they are already in their target area. And if they drop below certain levels, it will increase the risk. I just have to mention it. At the moment, it's all going according to plan. Still, we have come here into the target area. That is what we wanted. I also, at the moment, expect here at some point, I mentioned it in the Bitcoin video, a recovery for Bitcoin. Now, that will probably result in a recovery for Fantom as well. But Fantom, of course, for that needs to break out, first of all, out of the target area again, which is at 87 cents here, the resistance level of that target area. And only then it can obviously move higher. Key resistance levels here, as I said, 113 to 122. And then here the 160, 167 level. Okay, 167. And to the downside, I've just mentioned 54 cents and 40 cents are the key support levels. You can see we have come down here. If you think, why does he draw this channel in such a way? Because we're cutting here through these candles. That's true. The reason I have done it is because here these previous touch points, what is coming to the downside here are just wicks on the daily. We have one fake out here, and then we have found support here on the channel on the 30th of April. I could also draw this channel further to the downside. Then I'm not cutting through any candles here, but the support that we had here then would not have touched the channel. It would have been here at the 74 cent level, which is fine as well, which is the 78.6% fib level in that wave count scenario. But I guess it's just to be aware that you can actually draw it in two ways. The more valid way would ideally be this one here, where you're not cutting through any candles, but it's just to be aware of it. And for now, we are holding above that 78.6% Fibonacci level that you can see here, which is the 75 cent level. We're holding it for now. At least we haven't lost the fight yet. But it seems like Fantom is currently just below it again. But a little bit of up and down here is not a problem. Seems like we're currently below it, and this increases the chances that we actually drop further. Should we drop further from here, next smaller support level is obviously the previous swing low, 66 cents, 65 cents, and then we could drop down to 54. Generally, I think we are going to see those lower levels. Can we move up from here? Yes, certainly, but on the daily bearish engulfing candle, below the 78.6% level, primarily further downside expected here, at the moment. The MACD is going higher here, yes, as well, but also slowing down already the uptrend here. So the chart just doesn't look good. I mean, short-term upside potential in a short-term recovery you always have, and I gave you the key resistance and key levels for that, but it's currently just not looking too bullish. The bullish signals are missing. Look at how impulsively we came down here. It's personally, I still think we are going to see that 54 cent level, and this is pretty much my overview of Fantom, what I can really give you here. Maybe one last look here at the medium term, the 4-day chart, if that looks in any way more bullish. But also here, the 4-day has also prevented a bullish crossover here that could have been happening sort of end of April. Now we have turned down again. So also here, medium term, for now, not really a lot of bullish signals, I have to be honest. These can appear, and if they appear, we can see some short-term upside, but I don't think the low is already in for Fantom. It at least doesn't look like it, but very important for anybody who's new on the channel, these target areas, these are longer-term areas for entry or exit. No financial advice. These are the areas that I personally use to sell and to buy. I did start to dollar cost average into Fantom already before, because there are never guarantees in these markets. But this was an area where I sold, and this is an area where I buy. Okay, even though there is risk, of course, to drop below here the 88.7% fib level, for example. But what I do, therefore, I diversify across different coins, and I overweigh in my portfolio cryptos that I believe in very, very strongly, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like Cardano, the top 10s basically. Yeah, Fantom is not a top 10, therefore it has only a smaller percentage in my overall portfolio, and therefore I would not have a major problem should this coin go to zero, because I know that in the next uptrend, the next bull market, even if it's only 3 or 4 coins that do really well, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano maybe, Solana, AVAX, whatever, they will do really well and they will recover all of these losses easily, because the next major bull run, I'm convinced we can see a 10x or more for many of these cryptos from the current price levels. And therefore, and because Fantom is, as I said, only a smaller percentage of my portfolio, all the smaller market cap cryptos, if I hold them, they have a smaller percentage in my portfolio. That is how I do risk management here. Any short-term trade, always with a stop loss, but the larger swing trades, I don't bother with a stop loss, I'm very honest with you. Also for tax reasons, yeah. And that's my view. Fantom, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.